In the early winter of 1933, deep in the mountains of rural Spain, a young telegraph operator named Elena Ruiz walked into her station like she always did, unaware that within the next hour she would face a choice that could save hundreds or cost her life. Elena was only 18 years old, quiet, shy, barely noticed by the world, but her mind was sharp. She had taken the job to support her ill father, and every morning she checked the telegraph lines for railway signals. The railways were the lifeline of her village, but they also ran along unstable cliffs where landslides happened without warning. And that morning, something felt wrong. At 7:42 a.m., Elena received a faint Morse code message from the mountain outpost. Quote, "Rockfall. Track blocked. Stop train." End quote. But then the signal cut. She tried again. No response. The morning express train, carrying over 260 passengers, was already on its way. If they reached the blocked track, the train would plunge into the ravine. There was only one problem. The station's signal lever was jammed. She couldn't stop the train remotely. She had 12 minutes before the express arrived. Most people would have run for help, but help was too far. There was only one way. She had to get to the tracks herself. So Elena grabbed a red flag, ran out of the station, and sprinted into the freezing wind. The climb up the hill was steep, the rocks slippery. She fell twice, scraping her hands, but she kept running. 11 minutes, 9 minutes, 7 minutes. Her breath burned, her legs shook, but she didn't stop. As she reached the bend, she heard it, the rumble of the train engine. It was coming fast. The landslide ahead was massive. The tracks were twisted. If the train hit that point, it would mean certain death. Elena climbed onto the track, waving the red flag with everything she had. But the driver didn't slow down. He didn't see her through the fog. So Elena jumped closer, almost dangerously near the rails. She screamed, she waved, she refused to move. 5 seconds, 4, 3, finally a blast of the whistle. The brakes screeched, sparks flew, metal screamed. The train stopped just 12 meters before the collapsed track. Passengers rushed out, shaking, crying, staring at the destruction they almost drove into. They asked the conductor, "Who saved us?" He pointed at Elena, exhausted, hands bleeding, clothes covered in dust. The crowd fell silent. Some cried. Some hugged strangers. But to Elena, it felt unreal. She didn't think she had done something heroic. She had simply done what she believed was right. Days later, the railway inspector visited her village. He told her, "You saved more than 260 lives with nothing but courage." The government offered her a medal. She refused. She said, "I only did my job." Her story was barely reported. Her name was almost forgotten. But the passengers never forgot. They spent years writing letters thanking the girl who saved them when nobody else could. Today, Elena Ruiz is considered one of the quiet heroes of Spanish railway history, a young woman whose courage stopped a disaster that would have shocked the world.